come to the next topic, which is the making of nationalism in Europe. That means the nationalistic thought or the nationalism concept has already spread out among the local or general people. Some of the part of Europe were completely ruled by the authoritarian kingdom or the government. Okay, so which are those parts? The central and the eastern part of the Europe. Okay, the central and the eastern part of Europe. These two parts of Europe are totally controlled or ruled by the authoritarian kingdom, and where it was a very much populated area of a varied range of people. So that's why they had some different identities, they had some different choices, and that's why numerous distinctions already made it too difficult to develop a feeling of political utility or the unity. When there are some different kinds or different mentality people are belonging in a same place, that means there should not be a different kind of unity can be occur. Okay, so come to the next part, aristocracy and the new middle class. From this part we can understand that here we can have two different kinds of group or the social groups, aristocracy and the new middle class. What happened? These two concepts were established for this. First one was nationalism concept and the second one was nation state concept. These two concepts were already established. So from 19th century in France, industrialization had already started, and some of the portions of Germany we can see the industrialization is going on. So new two social groupings were already emerged with each other. The first one was the working class and the second one was the middle class. These two classes already middle up there. But national unity became the popular among the which group of person? First one, they were educated, they were liberal, that means free to do anything, liberal middle classes, and eventually leading the removal of the aristocratic privilege. This word is very much important, the aristocratic privilege. If I am giving you one example, a student who doesn't have a rich background, he is going to be very flourished or he has a very bright future. That means we can call the student that he has made his own identity. But sometimes we have seen that kind of students or the people, those who are belonging from a rich or the aristocratic background, and they have all kind of opportunities and they have all kinds of facilities. So if they don't have the ability to do the jobs or do anything, or they don't know anything, but according to their family aristocracy, they can get a job easily, they can get the chances easily, they can get the opportunity easily. That is called the aristocratic privileges. Okay, that is called the aristocratic privileges. Next we will go for the next part. What did liberal nationalism stand for? The next topic we have liberal nationalism. That is a very important thing. Liberal and nationalism, these two are different word and different meaning they have. Basically the ideas of national unity in early 19th century Europe, it was close to the allied to the ideology of liberalism. Basically the liberalism, this word derives from the Latin root liber. If I am writing over there, it comes from the word liber. Come from the word liber, that means free to do thinking, free to do everything, free to say your own feelings. Everything is, you are totally free, you are not controlled by someone else. That is called the liberalism word meaning. So for the new middle classes, liberalism stood for freedom for the individual and equality all before the law. That was the concept of liberal nationalism. What is written over there? Liberalism as an ideology emerged, putting an end to the state's meddling in society's economic life. So, some limitations the state already mentioned for the movement of commodities and the money. And Napoleon's administration policies were already modified. The Napoleon's administration policy we have already learned in the previous topic, which was Napoleonic Code, and the year also you need to remember. Now what happened? A new conservatism after 1815, they already grouped a grouping of people, they made this conservatism. Four groups were there and they defeated jointly Napoleon in the year of 1815. Which were the four groups of people? Britain, Prussia, Russia and Austria. They jointly defeated Napoleon in 1815. And by the Treaty of Vienna in 1815, on the same year it was signed to end the war. This is also very important point. This is also very important point. So in which year the four groups of country they defeated Napoleon jointly, and in which year the Treaty of Vienna was signed? Both the years are same. So all of you need to remember both the years. Now come to the Bourbon family. The Bourbon family was returned to the power under the terms of this treaty. That means all of you can understand the main treaty, main thing was Bourbon family should get returned back to their own power. So France lost the land seized by Napoleon. And first we have to know that who were the Bourbon family, who were included in the Bourbon family, and when they were now. The Bourbon family governed, basically they governed France. From 1589 to 1793 and 1814 to 1813. This is the time period of Bourbon family. They created an absolute monarchy that reached the zenith under Louis XVI. Who was the king of Bourbon family? Louis XVI, it's not, Louis XV. Okay, and he was overthrown during the reign of Louis XVI. So Louis XVI was the last king of Bourbon family. Okay, that was the identity of this family. Come to the next part. Different kinds of states were established for this, that we can also see. And in the last point you can understand, in different places different kingdoms were established. That part we have to remember, that in which part of the country or the continent, in different groups of the people, they established their kingdom. First one, Belgium was established for this treaty. Genoa was annexed by Piedmont. Prussia gained the significant additional lands along with its western borders, while Austria gained the control of the northern Italy, and Russia received a chunk of Poland, and Prussia received the portion of Saxony. Here this part is finished. So different part of the continent, different places already annexed and established by their powers.